Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet two guys who are bringing luxury Italian fashion to Texas. Their incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I had the honor of speaking to the South Lake Chamber about 3 weeks ago, and there was a title sponsor who made a very creative video. And as I'm watching this video, I was just struck by, wow, high-end Italian fashion in Texas and in South Lake Town Square. And I had to have the two driving forces behind this incredible company on my show, Massimo Pauri and Andrea Casati. How did I do? Okay, are you close?
Beautiful.
You're going to discover in a minute that my Italian's not very good and Andrea's English is not very good. Why don't we start with you, Massimo? So you were telling me just before we started that this idea for teaming up started over a few bottles of wine.
Exactly. See, me and Andrea have been friends for a long time. During one of our vacations in Italy with my family, we went to have lunch on an island right in front of Porto Venere. And we love food, we love wine. So during one of these mythical lunches, Andrea was telling me about his business and was very interesting to me. So I proposed to him to open up a brand to bring in the States over here, and we did. And at the beginning, the brand was just we were producing luxury clothing for other luxury brands. And then when COVID hit, we decided that was perhaps time for us to open up our own brick and mortar store, and we chose South Lake as a kind of a school, a place for us to start and learn the business from that hand over there.
Absolutely. We're going to pull up your website, and as we scroll down the website, it's just beautifully designed, and some of the fashions are right there on the homepage. Staying with you, Massimo, what is it that differentiates you from other designers in the DFW area?
Well, the reality, me and Andrea are involved in all aspects of the business, right? So other luxury brand, perhaps they have somebody that designs the clothes, somebody that picks the fabric, somebody that does the marketing, somebody that does all of these things. We are involved in every aspect of the creation of a garment. So we do go to Italy and we go scout all of the fabrics that are proposed for the particular year. Then we design the clothes that we want to propose. Then we have our laboratories produce the clothes. And then we are also involved on the other side, which is the sales and the promoting of our brand. So we kind of are everywhere, really.
Okay, so that we can get Andrea involved. What is his genius? What is your genius? How does the team work?
Well, Andrea has been in this business for a very long time, and so his experience has a lot of value to what we do. Without Andrea, this wouldn't be possible. Me, on the other end, I am a little bit more the guy that doesn't know the business, so comes up with things that sometimes might be kind of,
Sure.
They're not within the lines, right? And most of the time, he has to bring me back into the lines, and sometimes I bring him out of the lines. So it's quite a partnership.
Okay, we're going to put some video up on the screen. We took this, I think, from your Facebook page or your TikTok page, and these are different videos that you produced in the store. Massimo, can you kind of narrate for us?
Yeah, every time that we get new products coming in, that we kind of want to show our clientele what is that is we're offering, right? This year we wanted to have T-shirts that we could put underneath any jacket, just like what I'm wearing right now, and that was the idea behind it. Sometimes it's very difficult to match a jacket with a particular color shirt. So these type of T-shirts over here kind of make it easy for somebody to put together an outfit without having to think too much about it.
And this is a really Italian style.
Yes. Yes.
Well, as you know, it gets a little warm in Texas, and we're about to come up on the summer season.
Yes.
So talk about your fabrics and how you work with the summer heat.
Well, Italians, we like linen a lot, okay? So during the summer, most Italians will wear linen shirts. Over here, the linen is a little bit frowned upon because it wrinkles a little bit. But we have now, because of technologies becoming better and better, we have other materials that can be used to we can make blends with linen and other fabrics like cotton or
Silk.
Exactly, yeah.
Viscose.
Viscose, yeah, viscose.
Are you guys always scouring and getting inspired by different things that you're seeing from Italy? Now, how often are you taking an idea that is now popular in Italy and bringing it here?
We do. I mean, Italy, fashion-wise, is typically 2 years ahead of the American fashion, right? So what you see in Italy eventually is going to come and end up over here in this country. So whenever we travel to Italy, you see this, especially when we go to our to the industry, whenever the new the textile company show the new fabrics, right? Yeah. So you get a little bit of an idea of what's going to be in fashion for the particular year. And then we go and select the fabrics that we think are going to be best for our clientele, right? Because then eventually we have to adjust our taste to what our clients like.
Yes.
Being in South Lake, we have a little bit of a conservative clientele, so we have to adjust the taste to that. But most of the time we are inspired by also by the TVs, really, sometimes by the American culture as well.
Absolutely. We've got some pictures from your Facebook page. We're going to put up some of these pictures, and staying with you, Massimo, why don't you narrate a little bit of what we're seeing here?
Well, this was our line 2 years ago. We had these jackets made out of burnt wool.
It's lana cotta. Yes.
Lana cotta, burnt wool, so that it has a little bit of a fairy texture to it, very, very elastic because it's got a little bit of elastin to it. So it's a blazer that is very comfortable to wear because whenever you're moving your arms, it's kind of having really it's kind of a sweater jacket, really.
Sure.
Right. This is corduroy. Yes.
Largo.
Yes.
Big.
Yeah.
I like that color.
I mean, that's what we do. I mean, most of the time, if you come into our store, you will see colors that typically you do not see. Because, again, we always try to push the lines a little bit,
Yes. And that's one of your actual clients.
It is, yeah. It's a very good client of ours.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. This, for example, is
from these years.
Yeah, this is something that we developed this year. It is a material that is made with filo di Scozia. And it's elastic, and it's printed. So that's it's something that is printed on a white fabric. And these actually are dress shirts that these two models are wearing.
Again, the dress shirt.
Yeah.
Are there colors that are trending right now that you I mean, if you had to summarize I saw the big pop of yellow. Are the colors mostly kind of pastels?
Yeah, during the summer, right? During the summer, everything becomes a little bit brighter, right? People is more accepting to brighter color or pastel colors. Then during the winter, everything kind of tones down around the blues and the grays and the browns. for whatever reason, I would wear colors all the time, but that's the way that the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Why don't you describe what the store is like when people come in for the first time? What is their experience?
A long time ago, fashion used to be something that only rich people could afford, right? So somebody that had the means would go to a tailor store. The tailor used to show them the fabric, then pick the different type of garments that they wanted to make, and the tailor will make them for them right there and there. Then with the advent of pret-a-porter, where fashion became ready for the masses, right? So you could go to a store and pick everything from a shelf. Then everything became easier and more affordable. We wanted whenever we opened up the store, we wanted to have the feeling of both worlds, right? We wanted to have the feeling of somebody being able to come in, have a seat, have a drink on us, have a little cocktail or whatever. We would show them the fabric, and then we'll come up with a garment that will fit them perfectly. But also we are a store that has a lot of ready fashion, so something you can pick up off of the shelf. But our clothes are cut so well that even the stuff that you pick up from the shelf fits very, very well.
Yes. Let's talk about the quality of the fabrics that you use. I know when you buy like a cheap suit, it falls apart. When you buy a garment from your store, it holds up.
Yes. So I would say to you that 90% of the quality of a garment comes from the fabric itself, right? And then the 10% comes from the manufacturing process. So the difference between a poor-made clothes and a well-done clothes is just mostly the fabric, okay? Then the manufacturing process is basically the stitch count that makes a difference, or the type of things that adorn the fabric.
Clean.
Yeah, exactly. So, but 90% of it is all about the fabric, the quality of the fabric. And
well, I want to give you a chance to interview your partner.
Okay.
And he does speak a little English, but
Exactly.
What question would you like to pose to Andrea?
Is he happy with the choice that he made to open up the store in South Lake together? Sei contento di aver aperto il negozio a South Lake insieme?
Devo rispondere in italiano o in inglese?
Come vuoi tu?
Okay. I am very happy because for me is a beautiful experience. Also because Massimo for me is a brother, no partner, no friend, is a brother, and avere, come si dice, having a chance 1 time, 2 time in years for coming here and stay in the shop with the customer, for me is a beautiful experience.
So you have to understand that for immigrants like us, right, coming to the United States is a pretty formidable experience. For me, that I've been living here for 30 years and made this become my home, I'm very, very grateful for what we did. The life here was able to give me. For Andrea, he's still in the process of trying to come over here permanently, and so it's a blessing, really, right?
Because in this story there is business, but love.
Yes.
Beautiful. That may be a great way to end this segment. So listen, guys, I think you were wonderful. We're going to end with your website. We're going to put that on the screen so everybody can get in touch with you. Pauri and Casati.com.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, guys.
We appreciate you having us.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.